Welcome back to my channel. Why do the flowers of the orchid fade? What should be done to prevent it from fading? When do the flowers of orchid bloom again after fading? How can you support its flowering? How to prune an orchid flower branch? To find out the answers to these questions, let's watch the video I prepared together. The flowers of the orchid may fade or fall. This is quite normal. Under normal conditions, orchids open their flowers every 6 months. But if the flowers withered before at least 3 months after opening, there are other reasons for this. Here, the flowers has dried up in the branch, which means that it now spends its energy on creating new roots instead of giving them to the flowers. When we look at the leaves, they are quite alive and there is no sagging, which means there are no problems due to watering. When we look at the root colors, the root color is very light green, that is, there are new root tips that are close to gray and there is some roots that is light green. The fact that the root color is close to gray means that watering should be done after a few days. The main problem of orchids that lose their flowers for several different reasons is mostly because improper watering. This orchid has just been watered. The root color is dark green. It has absorbed enough water. You can see differences between the root color of the orchid, which I said should be watered in a few days. You should water your orchid according to the root color. I have prepared a video about this. You can access this video from the link above or from the link I will add to the explanations. If they do not get enough moisture or light, they may lose their flowers and die. In these cases, the leaves contract along with the flowers. The flowers fall out, the leaves will droop. This orchid of ours continues to produce new roots that will be useful in absorbing the minerals. It needs to produce a new flower branch. This is where the old flower branch was cut off. Remember, the root system of orchids is different from other plants. It is vital that the roots receive sunlight. If you water your orchid too much, softening and watering begin in the roots and it will swell. If you give a little water, it will start to dry out. To give an example, you will see how the gray roots come to their senses when given water. The structure of the orchid may look similar to the perennial flowers found in your garden. They can stay still. Some people may think that the flower is dead because it is not blooming and throw it in the trash, but with the right love and care, it is possible to bring the orchid back alive. You can already see the decoloration differences between the air roots and the wet roots. Remember that regular watering allows the flowers on the orchid stay alive for a longer time. If you give too much water to the roots will drown after a while and the flowers will fade. Like most plants, orchids need a lot of energy to grow and bloom. When they consume this energy, they fall asleep and the trunk may look dry, shrink. The flowers may droop and look sick. Even the colors can fade. By adjusting irrigation, plant nutrition and other factors, it is possible to bring the flower back and make it bloom again. I have prepared a video for orchid to grow a flower branch. You can access this video from above or from the link I will add to the explanations. There is another problem that causes the flowers to fade and the orchid to die. There may be mealy lice in the orchid soil, which is moist. These mealy lice feed by absorbing the sap of the plant and cause the orchid to die. The soil needs to be checked regularly and cleaned if necessary. If you keep giving water because the flowers have faded and orchid is dehydrated, your orchid will die in a short time. So the real reason of our orchids are dying is not because of dehydration, it's because of these mealy lices. You can access the video about how to get rid of mealy lices and how this process is performed from above or from the link I will add to the explanations. The flowers of the orchid have faded and the flower branch is still green. Then count it from the bottom to the top and cut it off with the clean pair of scissors from the top of the third. Apply cinnamon powder which has antioxidant properties to close the wound you cut and prevent it from drying. If you do this way, you can get a baby orchid from one of these nodes in the future. Of course, since my flower branch is completely dry, I will cut it from the bottom and I'm applying powdered cinnamon again. Now it will spend its energy on the flowers and give nutrition to the tired orchids and wait for them to recover so that they can grow flower branches again. I have videos on my channel about nutrients for orchids. Another problem that causes the flowers to fade is when they give nutrients from their leaves, which is very important and useful for orchids. When spraying water on the leaves and their roots, definitely do not let water come to the flowers. Orchid flowers, whose petals are very sensitive, fade when they come in contact with water. An orchid flower is very beautiful, as well as difficult to care. This potted flower requires too much attention. We have come to the end of another video. If you liked the video, click like. If you have just arrived to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell. See you in my next videos.